Hey, what's up? Brian here with the Holy Roller, playing craps on a cruise to win a free cruise. And I just did a video not too long ago about rolling the dice and then betting according to the roll and what's hitting. Let's talk about it. Here we go.
Welcome to the Holy Roller, where it's all about playing craps and winning free cruises. I'm going to show you what it's all about, so let's get rolling.
All right, again, I did a video much like this one. You can watch it right up here if you want to watch the first one. I rolled out 3 sessions, and basically what I'm saying is you roll out 36 different times. So the dice have 36 different ways that they can hit every time they roll. There's 36 different combinations. And so with those combinations, every time you roll, if you are rolling from the same spot, and if you're even setting your dice versus shaking them up, shake them up and throw them, there's going to be 36 different combinations. But what is the primary number that's hitting? Sometimes on a table or on a certain night or during a certain session, you're going to see the same number over and over and over. Well, I would always recommend go bet that number if you see it over and over and over, especially if it's the same person that's shooting. And you might not pay attention to patterns like that. You might just bet your favorite number, but I would say according to what's hitting on the table, bet that number, okay? And so with that being said, I'm gonna roll a instead of doing a random one, like I said, if you wanted to watch that other video, you could see the 3 different ways we did rolls. But this time what we're gonna do is we're gonna do we're gonna start with a hard way set, and that is the 4s, the 2s, the 3s, and the 5s. So it's all hard ways around. But instead of throwing the hard way set, we're actually going to take our right die and we're going to rotate it once counterclockwise, which is going to give us an 8, a 8, a 6, and a 6. Some people will call this the 3V set, but I'm going to throw it with the 8s at the top. And so it would be a 4, 2, 4, 6 set. All right, so that's what I'm going to throw. We're going to throw it 36 times, and we're going to see what is the primary number that's hitting. And so if there are 6 ways to make a 7, we can expect out of 36 rolls to have at least 6 7s. There's 5 ways to make a 6 and 5 ways to make an 8, so we can expect 10 hits at least out of 36. But let's see if this set has any influence on the dice and see if it rolls. I'm going to roll it from right over there. I'm going to do it in fast motion and then count them and then like mark them. So like if it 8 rolls, I'll just mark it right there. And then when we're done, I'll have all 36 of these chips, and we will see what was the primary number that kept rolling over and over when I'm doing what's called a 6-8 set. Let's see if we can get more than 10 6 and 8 numbers out of 36 rolls. Let's see. I don't know. Let's see. Here we go. Okay, here's the roll. 36 different rolls. You saw it happen. And what would be a primary number? I would say the 4 and the 6. Well, the 6 hit exactly the amount of times. There's 5 ways to make a 6 out of 36 different combinations. The 6, the 5, the 9 hit their par. I would say these ones hit. There's only one way, so those hit. There are 2 ways to make a 3, so the 3 hit. There are 2 ways to make an 11, so the 11 doubled up on the amount of time. The 8 was the big loser here because there's 5 ways to make an 8, but only 2 times it hit. And there are 3 ways to make a 10, and 2 of them hit. So if I was rolling and the next time it came around on the same table, same set, I would probably want to focus on the 4 and the 6. And you might say, if you do that every time, will it be the same? Why don't I roll it out just one more time in fast motion again and see what happens if I use the same set, same place, and same dice and roll it out again? Let's go. All right, what do you think? Did we still do the 4 and the 6? Yes. I would say instead of the 11, the 5 hit more this time. I think mostly everything else is pretty close to the same. So if I had this set on this table with this in this position where I would be over there rolling on the table, if my last roll and then this roll, based on my last roll, if I started betting the 4 and the 6, probably I didn't get the 5 because I was mainly focused on the 4 and 6. If I put all my money on the 4 and 6, and I know some 7s came in, but remember, I use a strategy where I get paid on the 7 as well because I do a don't pass. And then if you want to see that video, you could check that out. It's called Light in the Darkness. It's a strategy I use. But instead of doing a 6, 7, 8 strategy, I would probably have switched to a 4, 6, 7 strategy. So 4, 6, 7 is what I would do based on these rolls that I was doing. But very interesting. You can see that it's very similar than the first one. And I was doing the same dice set in the same spot on the same table. And so basically, that's what I'm saying when I think of dice setting and trying to roll. I could take that same set on a different table. Maybe the table's more bouncy or longer and I'm farther away. And I'll start hitting primarily some other number. Now, if it's a 7 that I'm hitting over and over, I probably would change that dice set at that table. But want to hit some numbers, some box numbers up here. And so I think that's a good ratio based on 36 rolls. And so I would say get yourself, a practice. I'll put a link in the description if you want to get a mat like this and a backboard thing and just maybe have a table that you can practice on and just throw towards it. And I'm going to do another video called the ABC XYZ of dice throwing. because knowing things on access and knowing what's happening, sometimes you'll see certain people, they'll roll with 2 different colored dice. The reason why they're doing that is because they want to see which die is doing what. So like if I set up that same set, but I know that this is my left side and that's my right side, and when I throw them, I can see which one did what, you know, which one landed, you know, this way or that way, and so I'll do another video on that sometime. But just wanted to say that I hope this was helpful when it comes to dice IQ, you know. And so thanks for watching, and let's get you cruising and rolling on a craps table soon. Subscribe if you haven't already. Join a member if you want to go on a cruise with us, and then also watch this video, and we hope to see you cruising and rolling on a craps table soon, because remember, you can't lose if you win a free cruise. Talk to you later. See ya.